Part of Latafa. I have always thought that Zimaya is a bit of an underrated, affordable Middle Eastern brand. Although they are a part of Latafa, who we hear about all the time, we don't always hear about Zimaya. And I have 3 new fragrances by them that I am excited to share with you guys today. Hello, my gorgeous ones. Welcome to Aleisha Budget Beauty. My name is Aleisha. Here on my channel, I love fragrance. I love Middle Eastern fragrance, niche, indie, artisanal, designer, high-end. We just want to get it as affordably as possible. And I also do makeup shorts and some fashion. So if that sounds good to you, please subscribe, stick around, be a friend. You guys, I am trying to compose myself. I started this intro holding the boxes of these fragrances, got halfway through it, and one of them flew out of my hands, fell to the floor, exploded. The bottle did not break, thank goodness, but the box did. And I do not fault the box on this, you guys. Like when I'm saying it just like flew, and it's kind of heavy, so that gravitational pull to the floor, the fact that the bottle is still intact is a miracle. But the box is indeed a bit in shambles, and I was going to show you guys the whole presentation of all 3 of these, and just, you know, we have a casualty here. So let's go ahead and just start with this one. Also, these were sent to me by Zimaya. I do want to go ahead and disclose that they were sent to me, but you guys are always getting my honest opinions, always, forevermore. So this one here is Sharaf Divine by Zimaya. So it was in a gorgeous presentation. You guys can tell that this was nice and pretty here. Here is the bottle. Now, I'm gonna be real honest with you guys. As I just said, I always am. I was kind of prepared to not be underwhelmed necessarily by this fragrance, but this is clearly one of the Angel Share DNA dupes. You can just tell by looking at the bottle, but this one is inspired by Paradise, the new Angel Share flanker that just released just in 2025. And the reason why I just kind of thought, you know, I'll try it, but is because I have so many. I have Angel Share. I do not have Paradise. I don't have the, although some brand reached out and said they were sending it to me weeks ago. I gave them my address and it has not shown up. So far I do not have the OG, but I have the, or the OG Paradise. I have the OG Angel Share. I have countless dupes. And then I have Camera, which is not Angel Share exactly, but it's in that realm. I have dupes of Camera, and I was just kind of like, I'm kind of over this DNA because I've just had so many thrown at me. But I thought I'll review it for you guys in case someone's interested in it. You guys, I was so surprised how much I love this. It still is very Angel Share-esque, yes, but the raspberry in here is the star of the show. It is so stunning. And since I don't have the actual Killian to compare it to, I don't know if the raspberry is as strong in that one as it is in this. This is boozy, raspberry, warm, inviting, sexy. And the raspberry, you guys, sometimes raspberry can go very synthetic, it can go fakey, too sweet, it can go sharp. When it's done right, I love raspberry in a fragrance, but a lot of times it just goes kind of wrong. This is so juicy and vibrant, and just like I like raspberry, perfectly balanced with the booziness in the fragrance. It has made me fall in love with this kind of Angel Share DNA when I thought I was pretty much like, I used to love it, and then I was kind of at I respect it and I'll wear it sometimes, but I'm sick of it, to I'm in love with this fragrance. It is so good. Also, love this nice frosted glass bottle, and then I think that the lid is really cool. That's where you see the name of the Sharaf Divine. I'm blown away by this. I was not expecting to love this as much as I do. It also performs great. It lasts a long time on clothing. Zimaya has really done something with this, in my opinion. I wish I could compare it to the real deal and be like, skip that and go with this. But I can just say that this one is excellent. If you're looking for a true, really good quality raspberry, sexy fragrance, you're gonna wanna try this. All right, now we have another one that is inspired by another fragrance that I've actually not smelled before. And I also didn't have my hopes super high on this one either, because I have so many like ginger mango scents out there. I thought this might be a little bit boring. This is Birari Coral. Here's the lovely presentation. This one was salvaged. This one did not explode. No, okay. I'm leaving this in. It did not break. You guys, what? I should take this as a sign and not be filming today. My heart is racing. I'm not cutting this out. Oh, it didn't break. You know what why I think it did not break? What is this video? This has this kind of faux leather around the bottle that protected its dear life. So, composure. Okay. This is inspired by Blue Talisman, Nilo's Blue Talisman. I know that is one that a lot of men out there love. I know women actually love that fragrance as well. I have never smelled the real deal. I know it's very expensive. I know it's beloved. I know there's quite a few dupes out there. But one of the reasons, like I said, I wasn't that excited is there were also a lot of dupes that came out for God on Fire by Stephanie Humbert. And I have quite a few of those dupes. So I was like, mango, ginger, it will be good. I like those fragrances, but I don't know that I'm that excited about it. But I have to say, once again, this one really impressed me. Also, atomizers, top notch, like beautiful sprays. Obviously they're durable because I keep trying to wreck their lives in this video. But this is a pear, mango, I think red berries, ginger, gotta be some musk in here as well. Very fresh, like a little bit of something woody in this, I believe, or at least to my nose. And it doesn't go exactly in that territory like the other ones that I have go. I think it's because possibly of that pear. It gives it a really unique freshness. Mango, for a lot of times the mango ginger fragrances smell very fresh as well, but there's a certain kind of syrupy juiciness to mango fragrances. And the pear in here gives it more of this like fresh, it's like a slice of freshness, like a crispness to it instead of like a dripping juiciness. It's a crispy juice with that zesty ginger, and I really enjoy this. It also doesn't scream summer to me necessarily. I think it'd be great in the summertime, but something about that sort of woodiness in the base that's playing with that ginger and that fresh fruit at the top, it really gives me like a nice crisp fall fragrance. And again, I think it would work this is one that kind of year round I think would work. Also, my husband came in and was curious because I was opening them up, and he's really drawn to when he sees me opening Middle Eastern bottles. He's like, ooh, because they look so fancy and cool. And I said, I think you're really gonna like this one. Like out of all three, this is you. Like this is my husband's style. He loves a kind of fresh, fruity, not too woody, but enough that kind of gives it like a little bit of a masculine edge to it, but isn't too masculine. That's my husband's like sweet spot. And that's exactly what this is. And he was like, oh, you're right. I do really like that. So this may be one that I keep, but I let him borrow, or vice versa. I'm not sure who's gonna win in that territory, but I love it on myself. My husband loves it for himself. I think it's a fantastic fragrance, and I was so glad it wasn't just another copy of the other mango ginger fragrances that I have. This one stands on its own. So that is Birari Coral, and it survived fall 2 of this video. Third one, don't fall. All right, you guys, I'm actually kind of giggling to myself because I just remembered earlier today, I was filming these individually in the boxes and then also outside of the boxes in front of the Christmas tree behind me for like either TikTok or Instagram. And I remembered this is the one that almost slipped out of my hand when I was filming that. There's something about today and these boxes. It's probably because I have these nails on one hand and I've got one thumbnail on this hand because for whatever reason they stuck on this hand, but not my right. So let's pray for me. Okay, this is Seiata Nova. Gorgeous, again, presentation. I like that this one can wrap all the way around and flush like this, and then it displays the gorgeous bottle. Really, really pretty, really heavy. I'd say out of all three, this is probably the prettiest bottle because it's the most ornate and just classy, elegant. It's very heavy as well. So this one, from what I hear, again, another one I have not smelled personally, is supposed to be similar to Maison Crivelli's Saffron Secret. I don't know, have not smelled that one. I can only tell you what this smells like. And this one kind of grew on me quickly. So when I first sprayed it, I didn't dislike it, but I just was like, oh, that's probably too masculine for me. I think I would like it on a man. I don't know for sure that it's my husband's style because it's very kind of spicy, woody, and that's not usually his scent journey. But as it kind of set on the skin, I was like, ooh, I'm liking this more and more. My husband asked to smell this one and he said, it's not bad. I kind of like it. And he said later that for a change outside of what he typically wears, that he would actually want to try wearing this one. So, hey, it caught his attention. And a lot of times if he's like, no, you know. So he actually was interested in this after smelling it. And he did smell it on my skin. So it must smell good on moi. So it'd probably smell good on another woman, most likely. But this is a very saffron heavy, spicy, woody. You've got some oak moss. You have, I believe, some ambergris and musk in the base. And really the star of the show, oh, there's some tonka as well. And I think the tonka is what makes me really like this as it sort of sits on the skin. It makes it a little bit more, not feminine, just kind of takes an edge off that initial spice, but it smells kind of like fresh Christmas to me. It's not necessarily on the nose piney, doesn't necessarily smell like a Christmas tree. It kind of just reminds me of a lot of the spices that you smell at Christmas time. Like if you were to smell cloves and cinnamon and the pine, all kind of wrapped up into one, even though it doesn't specifically have those notes, it kind of smells like just an amalgamation of all of those fun Christmassy scents that are in the air. And I think it's very classy. I think it's elegant. And again, as it sits on the skin, it kind of, some of that little edge comes off the top and it's really quite lovely. I still don't know for sure if it's one that I would grab for and wear myself. I could see specifically if I was like, no, on Christmas Eve, I want to smell like Christmas. I could see myself grabbing this actually, but on a man, and then if you do really like, you don't have to be a man, but if you like that scent profile all the time, or if you're a man, I think this would work kind of all fall and winter long. I wouldn't grab this for spring and summer personally, and I would probably discourage my husband for wearing it in the spring and summer because it just screams like colder weather. I think I'd love to smell it on him all throughout the rest of the cold months. So I quite like it. I think it's done very well. It smells expensive. It's blended really beautifully. It projects really well. After I'd sprayed it in the kitchen, when he smelled it, it was hours later, I came back in and I could still smell it. So it definitely leaves a scent trail. So I think it's a really, really lovely fragrance. If you are like, I want to smell Christmassy, or you think that's something your husband might like, it's like a really nice, bold saffron scent with some woodiness, I think you'd really like it. So That is Siada and Seiata Nova, and I did not drop it in this video. All right, you guys, I also, I probably already flashed it on the screen. I do have a code with Zimaya if you guys would like to save. Never pressure, just know that I have one if you want to save some money, and I thank them for sending these to me. And as always, have fun shopping, budget shopping, and smelling fabulous. Bye.